is News 3 Now at 10.
Thank you for joining us tonight. Nearly 1/3 of all positive coronavirus cases in Rock County are now being linked to a food processing plant in Darien.
Rock County reporter Adam Duxter has been following the spread in that area. And Adam, those numbers are now getting some national attention.
Well, Eric and Charlotte, according to the New York Times, Janesville and Beloit have a current daily growth rate of 9%, which ranks 9th in the nation. And the numbers coming out of Birdseye helping to put some context to that situation. Today, as Rock County adds another 10 cases of coronavirus and 1 death, it's not the overall tally, but the speed in which the numbers are rising that has the attention of the community. Janesville Beloit now ranking 9th nationally, just behind Rockford.
And we need to stay 6 feet away from people. We need to stay out of social gatherings.
Infection preventionist Brenda Klain says the flare-ups at Birdseye and Hormel could explain this rapid growth.
It could have been as simple as something as in the break room, they didn't have, people sitting 6 feet apart, time clocks, standing by the time clock to punch out if you weren't 6 feet away from each other.
Today, the county health department saying 92 of Rock County's 310 cases come from Birdseye. While experts say not everyone might be staying at home.
From the last week specifically, there exist so many counties. I see the increasement of the not stay at home activities.
UW Madison assistant professor Song Gao and a team of others have been tracking data based off GPS information, which shows several counties, including Rock County, to have an increase in travel.
If we imagine potentially, the increasing travels and movements or reduced stay-at-home hours, that will increase the risk for their potential exposure.
Klain says until the county can get a hold on just how bad the outbreaks are, that element of social distancing is crucial. The Rock County Public Health Department says the good news is they are able to expand the number of tests they're able to give every single day. They say the last 2 weeks they've given 1,500 tests, which is nearly 3 times more the number of tests they were able to give the 2 weeks prior to that.
Adam, thank you. There are now nearly 9,000 confirmed cases of coronavirus in Wisconsin, with more than 300 new cases being reported just today. Milwaukee and Brown counties are seeing the highest numbers in the state, as the death toll has also climbed to 362. Some good news, though. The percentage of confirmed cases has gone down for a 3rd straight day. Today, 8% came back positive. That's down from 9% yesterday and 10% on Monday. The Badger Bounce Back plan requires 14 days of the downward trend.
The state Supreme Court has yet to come to a conclusion after hearing arguments in a lawsuit challenging the state's safer at home order. Governor Evers spoke today about a potential ruling.
We have contingency plans to think through. We had a meeting just this morning, but at the end of the day, if safer at home is disposed of, there's very few executive things that can be done.
The state legislature filed that lawsuit arguing the State Department of Health Services Secretary Designee exceeded her authority in extending the order. If they side with the legislature, they've been asked to grant a 6-day period to work with DHS and the governor on a new order. It has been about a month now since the primary election. Health officials say it remains largely unknown just how many people contracted coronavirus at the polls that day. They say a lack of testing, not enough contact tracing, difficulty pinpointing where a person got infected all make it nearly impossible to quantify the impact of holding the in-person election in Wisconsin. A new bill has been introduced to forgive student loan debt for healthcare workers treating patients on the front lines. It was introduced today by Representative Carolyn Maloney, a Democrat from New York. She's calling it Student Loan Forgiveness for Frontline Health Workers Act. It would relieve both private and federal student loan obligations for any healthcare workers involved in the COVID-19 response.
The Internal Revenue Service wants stimulus money accidentally sent to people who have died to be returned. The IRS used tax returns from the past 2 years to determine eligibility for those payments. Some of the recipients died between filing their taxes and receiving the stimulus money. It was previously thought surviving family members may be able to keep the money, but the IRS is now saying it must be sent back. You can find out how to do that on the IRS website. The number number of confirmed coronavirus cases in the U.S. rose above 1.2 million, while more than 72,000 deaths have been reported. Infections in more than half the states are rising as most of the country is loosening stay-at-home restrictions. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo addressed a surprising pattern in some of New York State's newest coronavirus cases. The majority of people hospitalized over the last few days say they had followed shelter-in-place guidelines.
We thought maybe they were taking public transportation, and we've taken special precautions on public transportation, but actually no, because these people were literally at home.
While the governor says New York's overall hospitalization rate continues to decline, across the country, at least 28 states saw new cases rise over a 3-day average last week. Minnesota's cases increased more than 130%. Tennessee rose 97%, and Ohio almost 50%.
The Navy Blue Angels were back in the air today honoring the COVID-19 frontline workers. The demo team flew over parts of Texas and Louisiana today, flying over several hospitals and medical centers along the way. Those flyovers are part of an ongoing effort called Operation America Strong. And in Minnesota, the state's Air National Guard flew a pair of F-16s and a C-130 Hercules over hospitals all across the state. There you see video from St. Paul, the planes flying past the state capitol there. They also flew over Brainerd, Coon Rapids, Minneapolis, Rochester, St. Cloud, and several other cities. New tonight, people who have been hospitalized with COVID-19 may be banned from joining the military. The Pentagon is concerned about the virus impacting its ability to deploy troops safely. An official says the rules being discussed due to the lack of understanding of the long-term effects of the infection. Recruits with histories of coronavirus would be able to apply for waivers, allowing them to join the service if the policy goes into effect. Many chronic health conditions currently require such a waiver.
This weekend, UW-Madison will confer nearly 8,500 degrees during a virtual commencement ceremony. It will be pre-taped and available to the public beginning at noon on Saturday. The video will remain on the website so that people can watch at the time most convenient to them. The university plans to hold an in-person event to formally celebrate the class of 2020 when it is safe to gather again in large numbers. And we are really happy to announce that WISC TV3 will be partnering with the Madison Metropolitan School District to give the class of 2020 a graduation to remember. Earlier this year, the district canceled the in-person ceremony. So on June 12th and 13th, WISC will air 4 one-hour-long graduation ceremonies, one for each Madison high school, and another half-hour special for Capital and Shabazz high schools during prime time. The ceremonies will also be aired on channel3000.com.
Well, it's good weather now. Here's meteorologist Dana Fulton with our first warn forecast. Dana?
Today turned out to be fantastic outside. Hopefully you were able to enjoy the weather. It was right where we should be for this time of year, in the mid-60s for afternoon highs. So this cold weather that we're expecting to build in over the weekend, now you know it's going to be quite a change from what we had this afternoon. Tonight we'll see temperatures land in the low 40s for overnight lows. Otherwise, a clear sky expected and cool overnight. Tomorrow, enjoy the 60s. Thursday is going to be pleasant outside. Friday will be cold, and Friday night into Saturday morning, we're expecting widespread frost, potentially even a hard freeze. This doesn't look like it might be our last frost of the season either. A few more opportunities heading into next week. We'll take a closer look at your full forecast in just a few minutes.
New tonight, calling it an insult, President Trump vetoed the Iran War Powers Resolution this evening. The legislation would have required his administration to seek clearance from Congress to use military force against Iran. The bill was introduced following the president's decision to order a strike that killed Iranian commander Qasem Soleimani in January. President Trump says his administration will continue to push the U.S. Supreme Court to invalidate the Affordable Care Act, also known as Obamacare. Yesterday, Attorney General William Barr requested the administration loosen its stance on the issue, but today the president insisted it has to be fully repealed.
We're not doing anything. In other words, we're staying with the group, with Texas and the group. But just so you understand, Obamacare is a disaster, but we've run it very well, and we've made it barely acceptable.
A group of Republican states filed a lawsuit seeking to invalidate the entire law, which Trump says his administration still fully backs. The Obamacare dispute will be heard by the Supreme Court this fall.
Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg has been discharged from Johns Hopkins Hospital in Baltimore tonight after undergoing a non-surgical procedure on her gallbladder yesterday. Earlier today, she participated in oral arguments over the phone from the hospital in a case involving the Affordable Care Act's contraceptive mandate. The state of Missouri plans to seek the death penalty for a man suspected of killing two brothers from Wisconsin. Garland Nelson is accused of killing Nick and Justin Diemel of Shawano County. Court records report the brothers disappeared after visiting Nelson's farm, trying to collect a $250,000 debt. Their remains were later found in Missouri and Nebraska. Nelson pleaded not guilty on Monday. Town of Madison police releasing more information about Monday night's homicide. So far, no arrests have been made. Police confirmed the victim, Antonio Shaw, worked as a caretaker for a type of group home on Badger Lane in the city of Madison. Town of Madison Police Chief Scott Gregory says Shaw was found lying by a vehicle across the street in the town of Madison. The chief doesn't believe anyone in that group home or neighborhood are in any specific danger. He's asking anyone who was there Monday night, anyone who has security footage of the area or has been in contact with Shaw recently, to get a hold of police. Still to come, the Overture Center announcing it'll no longer be hosting the annual Frosty Ball Gala.
Plus, a Baraboo principal gets a little creative for the teachers and staff at his school tonight. We'll have that story up next.
Hi, I'm Travis Ganser. Looking to update your bath, shower, or your entire bathroom? Ganser is the answer with Bath Creations by Ganser Company.
Schedule your free in-home consultation or visit our beautiful showroom on the Beltline.
A local family-owned business of 4 generations.
Everything you care about is in this house. Things you just can't afford to lose. And that is why we exist.
It's time to gear up for spring with help from your neighbors at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. We have great deals on everything you need to get your yard looking its best, like large bags of estate lawn fertilizer, just $19.99. Get $100 off this Cub Cadet Hydro Lawn Tractor. Power up yard equipment with this Yellow Jacket extension cord, $34.99. Save $50 on this DeWalt air compressor. Plus, buy online and pick up your items in our convenient drive-thru.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
This is our home. We've never seen it look quite like this.
But there's no mistaking it.
And it's our job to protect it.
Because the best people to fight for our communities
are those within them.
So if you've just bought a Volkswagen or were thinking of buying sometime soon, we're here to help with the community-driven promise.
U.S. Cellular.
Yeah.
New customer.
What's the deal?
Unlimited data, just $30 a month.
But what's the deal with the signal? It works everywhere. It's crazy.
Sure, you're going into signal shock. Just breathe with me. Unlimited data. Strong signal.
Strong signal.
All for $30 a month.
U.S. Cellular.
And now when you switch, you can also get $700 off the latest phones with no trade-in required. Now that's fair. U.S. Cellular. Choose fair.
Hi, I'm Travis Ganser. Looking to update your bath, shower, or your entire bathroom? Ganser is the answer with Bath Creations by Ganser Company.
Schedule your free in-home consultation or visit our beautiful showroom on the Beltline.
A local family-owned business of 4 generations.
So you're going to want to keep an eye on the forecast if you have any plants outside. Hattie has her eyes on a possible hard freeze in the next couple of days.
And we're taking a look at how life might be different for resorts in the Dells, even after the state opens up.
4:30 to 7 Thursday. We'll see you then.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Welcome back. Starting Monday, Madison libraries will start offering curbside pickup. Here's how it works. You go online or call to place a hold on the book you'd like. Then once it's ready, you schedule an appointment time to pick it up at a library near you. A staff member will place that book in your trunk or back seat of your car. They're asking customers to stay in their cars.
The Overture Center says it will no longer host the annual Frosty Ball Gala fundraiser. The Overture says in addition to the pandemic that large-scale fundraising galas will be more challenging to make happen in the future. A news release says recent participant feedback suggested a refresh of the gala was needed.
We're still thinking about how we can utilize some other events or develop new ones that are most likely going to be focused at smaller audiences than what Frosty Ball drew.
Overture's hosted Frosty Ball each January since 2005. It started back in '87 as a way to promote downtown Madison, held then at the state capitol.
Tonight, Lowe's is partnering with Uber to help deliver flowers to moms this weekend who cannot spend their day with loved ones. The home improvement chain is donating $1 million worth of flower baskets to 500 long-term care facilities and senior living centers in some of the hardest hit cities across the country. Those include New York, Seattle, Chicago, Boston, Houston, and Miami. Madison College has been ranked one of the best military-friendly colleges in the country. Today, GI Jobs magazine just released its annual list of the top schools in the nation, and Madison College is ranked 3rd in the large community colleges category. It is the highest ranking of any Wisconsin college or university. Currently, the college has more than 600 student veterans. 2 of the most dangerous intersections in the state, right here in Madison, are moving closer to some improvements. The Madison Common Council last night approved the city's $5.5 million share to fix a stretch of Highway 1218. This is where it intersects with Mill Pond Road and Highway AB near Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison on the city's far southeast side. The $37 million project will involve frontage roads, overpasses, roundabouts, 90 accidents, 2 fatalities in those 2 intersections just between 2014 and 2018. Teachers and staff from Al Behrman Elementary School in Baraboo made the most of a beautiful day today. Normally, the principal there, John Plasensky, holds a cookout lunch for Teachers Appreciation Week, since that couldn't happen this year, obviously. He got out the grill and served up some brats from his driveway tonight, so teachers, staff, and their families could simply drive by and pick up dinner.
It's been really amazing and humbling to watch how the teachers have really come together to problem solve all the little things that are happening right now and try to support the students, and also reaching out to the families to see what their needs are and how they can best support them, not just even academically, but also just of any other needs that they might have too.
It's a great night. Plasensky says he happily made dinner for about 30 families tonight, and those families didn't even have to worry about doing the dishes either tonight.
Not a bad night to grill out, and we've got another shot tomorrow. Here's Dana Fulton.
Absolutely. If you could spend some time in the backyard, it was a great day to do so. Tomorrow also looks really nice. And then we're looking at the chance for some patchy frost or even a hard freeze Friday night into Saturday. Now, this kind of lines up with what we usually see for this time of year. In fact, our average last frost in Madison is May 8th. The latest last frost was in early June, and the earliest last frost in late March. So we've got plenty of time to land in between there. May 8th is our average, and that's really what we're looking at through this weekend and into early next week, kind of wrapping up this cold weather trend and starting to become a little warmer outside. Tomorrow will be near 60 degrees again. Friday through Monday will be quite chilly outside. Frost is likely for early Saturday morning. We may even have some patchy frost yet again as we look ahead to the start of next week for Monday and Tuesday mornings. Now, right now, things are pretty quiet outside. In fact, we have a mostly clear sky tonight, so that super moon for tomorrow morning should have really good viewing at about 6:45 in the morning. Throughout the day, we'll have mostly sunny skies. May see a few clouds in the afternoon in the southwest quarter of the state, but then things are going to get a little cold outside. Thursday night, our temperatures will drop to the mid-30s, so some patchy frost is possible. Friday, we are expecting high temperatures to land in the mid to upper 40s, which is close to where our overnight lows should be. We may even see a little lake effect snow actually towards Milwaukee. Not expecting any of that for most of southern Wisconsin, but the far eastern edge of the state might see some light snowfall for Friday. Looking ahead to the middle of May, our 6 to 10 day outlook, it's becoming just a little likely we could see an uptick in our Our precipitation be a little bit above average. That lines up with a few systems we're looking at towards the middle of next week. Temperature trends still trending, still likely that we'll see temperatures below average. The good news here, though, that deep dark purple that we used to see right over here a few days ago, that good trend, the likelihood of seeing very cold temperatures, that's really pulling away right now. Still a little likely, though, we'll be trending below average for the middle of May. But that is going to come along, thankfully, with a few 70-degree days looking ahead to next week. And now, as far as that hard frost into Saturday hard freeze into Saturday morning, we do have an alert day in the forecast because it is going to be very, very cold outside in the morning. Sensitive plants, any pets, everything should kind of come inside for Friday night. Temperatures tomorrow will be in the low 60s, partly sunny sky and really pleasant outside. Kind of a copy and paste from this afternoon, actually. A few degrees cooler, but I doubt most of us are going to notice that temperature difference. We're certainly going to notice the temperature difference, though, for Friday afternoon. So overnight temperatures for Friday will be dropping to the mid-30s. Friday afternoon, we'll see high temperatures in the upper 40s, and we do have an alert day in the forecast for Saturday because of the cold air that will be building in. Sunday is Mother's Day. And we do have a small chance for some light showers early in the morning on Mother's Day. Otherwise, it'll be a sunny sky in the afternoon. So any outdoor plans for Mom will be all good to go, though it's going to be a little cool outside for Mother's Day. So make sure you layer up. Looking ahead to next week, again, we are going to have a few 70-degree days towards the end of next week, but there will be some rain chances mixing in there as well. Could see some scattered thunderstorms developing late Wednesday and continuing into Thursday.
So traditionally, we tend to start doing our gardens on Mother's Day.
Yes.
But there's that frost next week.
Probably should not do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. The rule has been to hold off.
Right.
I would wait. I would certainly wait. I've got a table full of cucumbers and tomatoes right now, and it would be better for them.
Okay.
And for your own mental sanity.
Yeah.
Just wait a few more days. Let's get through the patchy frost. Let's start getting those 70-degree temperatures, and then we'll start to harden things off and move them outside.
It'd be nice to keep those 70s.
That'd be good
for that.
For a little bit longer.
Thank you.
Coming up, Brianna Decker back behind the bench for the U.S. women's national team. Why it was a no-brainer for USA Hockey to make that move again. Zach's in next. PS Sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Coming together makes us stronger, and Ford is built to lend a hand. Contact your Ford dealer, an essential part of your community, to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you. Find out more at Ford.com. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 72 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2020 Ford models.
It's totally normal to have constipation with belly pain, straining, and bloating again and again.
No way.
More exercise, more water, and more fiber is the only way to manage it.
Is it?
Maybe you think it's occasional constipation.
Maybe it's not.
It could be a chronic medical condition called IBS-C, and time to say yes to Linzess. Linzess works differently than laxatives. It helps relieve belly pain and lets you have more frequent and complete bowel movements. Do not give Linzess to children less than 6, and it should not be given to children 6 to less than 18. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Change your thinking to IBS-C. If your constipation and belly pain keeps coming back, tell your doctor and say yes to Linzess.
Americans have been cutting the lawn for hundreds of years, but with TurfBot, the future of mowing is now. Our quiet, all-electric robotic mowers work around the clock to keep your lawn trimmed 24/7. That means less time spent mowing and more time spent enjoying. Equipped with LED headlights, auto-stop sensors, and anti-theft GPS devices, our mowers run safely with no supervision. Come home to a freshly mowed lawn every day for as little as $30 a week. Call today and get free installation when you sign up. TurfBot, on the cutting edge.
For almost 50 years, we've built trust within our communities by making customer delight our top priority. That trust allows us to improve lives one home at a time. During this challenging time, we want to make sure your needs are being met without stress by offering 2-for-1 windows with no interest and no payments for 1 year. So go ahead, visit us online, or call now from the comfort of home.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feltco.
When we face adversity, we find a way through it. It's about taking care of each other. It's the small parts that make a big difference. At Chevy, we promise to do ours. We're offering current Chevy owners OnStar Crisis Assist services and complimentary Wi-Fi data. If you need a new vehicle, we have leases available on select 2020 models where you can practically sign and drive. You may even shop online and take delivery at home where available. It's just our way of doing our part.
There's a new face on the Packers staff, and it's all thanks to Matt LaFleur. The Green Bay head coach established a minority coaching fellowship for young and aspiring minority coaches. And the first to hold the position is familiar with Lambeau Field. Rouvel Martin is back with the Pack and will work with the offense and assist with the receivers during his year-long fellowship. Martin played 3 seasons with the Green and Gold, catching 52 passes and 8 touchdowns. At Wisconsin, it's a running back fraternity of guys who have run wild at Camp Randall and then went on to play at the next level. Guys like Melvin Gordon, James White, and Corey Clement. And Jonathan Taylor is the next Badger back to do so. And the best part of having guys do it before you, you can ask them for advice, which is exactly what JT has been doing as he prepares for his rookie season with the Colts.
I've spoken to those guys a bunch, just asking them what they're doing. How they're training. And of course, a lot of those guys, they have off-season homes and they have, personal trainers who they work with. So I think the biggest thing was I was just trying to see, what are those guys eating? What kind of workouts are those guys doing so that, you can kind of make modifications and try to implement that just to try to prepare for when we get that call to report.
For the 3rd straight season, UW women's hockey legend Brianna Decker has been named an assistant coach for the U.S. Under-18 women's national team. And that's a smart move by USA Hockey. Since joining the staff, all Team USA has done is win. They earned a gold medal in last year's Women's World Championships and a silver in 2019. In 4 years as a Badger, Decker tallied 244 points and scored 115 goals. In the spirit of National Nurses Day, Christian Yelich showed his support to frontline healthcare workers fighting COVID-19. The Brewers MVP posted this picture on his Instagram, asking his followers to make a jersey in their honor and let them feel the love with the hashtag #TheRealHeroes. And keeping up with that theme, the Boston Red Sox ground crew went above and beyond to show the love for nurses on National Nurses Day. Check out the grass in center field. Red Sox love nurses. Hey, we all do. Thanks for all the work you do. We'll be right back.
Don't miss Customer Appreciation Days this Friday and Saturday at Hy-Vee. Get $10 off when you spend $150 and use your Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Plus Perks card. That's $10 off when you spend $150 and use your card this Friday and Saturday, only at Hy-Vee.
Coming together makes us stronger, and Ford is built to lend a hand. Contact your Ford dealer, an essential part of your community, to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you. Find out more at Ford.com. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 72 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2020 Ford models.
Yeah, I'm a professional remodeler, and I go to Nuns. Why? Well, my clients love them because they have all those snazzy-looking countertops. Like beautiful marble countertops, stunning quartz slabs, you name it. To be honest, I don't see what the big deal is. I mean, who needs all that glitz and glamour from a counter? But my clients love those snazzy-looking countertops, so we go to Nuns.
Nuns, kitchen, bath, and flooring.
When looking for a TV and internet provider, we know you have a choice.
This is Jessica. She still has satellite TV.
Well, I get tons of HD.
Spectrum has tons of HD, and we love Spectrum's 24-hour local news channel. Plus, we get exclusive access to premium original content with Spectrum Originals.
I don't have that.
Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-976-4499.
Spectrum Internet starts at 200 megabits with no data caps and a free modem.
We have to get internet from another company, and it isn't nearly as fast.
Spectrum Internet, $44.99 a month.
I'd switch, but I'm stuck in a contract and would have to pay up to $480 to cancel.
Spectrum has no contracts, and they'll pay up to $500 to help you out of yours.
That's it. I'm switching to Spectrum.
Get Spectrum TV and internet from $44.99 a month each. Call 833-976-4499.
There's always more to explore, more sights to see, more trails to blaze, and more memories to make. Get more out of your adventures with Gander RV and Outdoors, and shop great deals on the nation's largest selection of new and used RVs, including new 2020 travel trailers starting at only $129 a month. More camping, more adventure, more memories. Visit your local Gander RV and Outdoors or shop online at ganderrv.com.
Don't miss Customer Appreciation Days this Friday and Saturday at Hy-Vee. Get $10 off when you spend $150 and use your Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Plus Perks card. That's $10 off when you spend $150 and use your card this Friday and Saturday, only at Hy-Vee.
Go to Amazon.com skills to enable Channel 3000 news briefs.
Finally tonight, NASA has confirmed actor Tom Cruise is shooting a movie in space. The shooting will happen at the International Space Station. The news comes a few weeks after Cruise's latest movie, Top Gun Maverick, a sequel to the 1986 classic Top Gun, was pushed back to December 23rd due to the pandemic. That's going to be an interesting thing to see how they actually do this, Dana.
Very, very cool to hear that. Now, overnight we are expecting a mostly clear sky, so if you are trying to look up to the sky to see that supermoon, you should have good viewing early tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon will be in the 60s yet again. Cold weather, though, for Friday into Saturday. A freeze likely early Saturday morning.
All right, thanks for joining us.
Do something good. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Now, a WISC TV editorial with editorial director Neil Heinen.
It's hard to imagine Madison without Mulayli Chikasa Anana. She was one of the most influential, inspirational, and beloved Madisonians of the last 50 years. She was a social worker, an activist, a business leader, a civic leader, and for nearly 3 decades, the publisher of the essential journal chronicling Madison's African-American community, Umoja. In those pages, Ms. Mulayli, as she was affectionately and respectfully known, celebrated the village and the accomplishments of its residents. It was clearly a labor of love as she was tireless in attendance at seemingly every community event, especially those acknowledging the achievements of African Americans. This was Ms. Mulayli's Madison, and she made it ours as well. Mulayli Chikasa Anana was a colleague, an advisor, a critic, and a friend. She made me a better journalist, and she made Madison a better city. She will simply never be forgotten.